Hello, welcome back again to Doobie's Tutorials. I'm Keith Stacey, and this is just going to be a quick tutorial showing how to change the logo in the Joomla to one of the logos that you designed yourself. So the first thing I'm going to do is have a look at our Joomla site. Now I've got the RH Milky Way template on my Joomla site here, which is the default template that it installs when you install Joomla on your server. So you might be using a different template, in fact you probably will. But this guide's pretty much the same for everyone you do, with slight variations, just little bits about. So it should give you the tips you need to find out how to change the logo. Now this is the logo that we're going to be changing today, the Joomla logo, which is installed by default on pretty much every template that you'll use. So the first thing that we actually need to do is find out where this logo is stored on your server, where it's referred to in the CSS files. So if we use Firebook for this, which is a Mozilla add-on I told you about in one of the previous tutorials, it's free to get, so you can just type it into Google and you'll get it. It's just a free add-on for Firefox. It's called Firebook. If we open Firebook and click Inspect down here to inspect his Joomla site, and if we hover over the logo there, we'll see it brings up all the information that we need. So if we click on that and come back down here to the right hand bottom side, we'll see that the template CSS file on line 82 is where it's referenced and what we're going to need, and where the image is stored is in the images folder that's called MW Joomla logo. So FileZilla and connect to our FTP server where our Joomla installation is installed. And there we go, I've got my Joomla installation open here, and obviously we're looking for the template that we're using, which is in templates, obviously. And the one we're using here is RH Milky Way, so we'll go ahead and open that. And as the Firebook told us, it's in the images folder there, so that's the folder that we want. It's pretty standard, you'll open up an images folder, and that's what it's going to be. And what we're looking for is the MW Joomla logo, which is here somewhere. There we go, MW Joomla logo.png. Now the logo I've got is in my working folder. I always have a folder open on my desktop when I'm editing things called working. What you want is just put the files in that you're using at the time, so you don't get them all mixed up and where you want them. Now this is my logo, it's called testlogo.png. So I'm going to upload that to the same folder that the Joomla logo is in. And there we go, that's open now, so I've got my logo. Now obviously, although my logo's in there, there's nothing in the CSS file that's telling Joomla that my logo's there. So like we said, template CSS line 82 is the one that we want. So what we're going to do is go to the CSS file of this Joomla installation and look for the template.css file, which is there. Now if we drag that to my working folder, I'll download, and there we go, I've got the template CSS file on my desktop now. So if I right click and edit with Notepad++, and we have a look, we should, line 82 we wanted, we can do Ctrl and F and find what we're looking for, but just know it's on line 82, it's easy enough just to scroll down, and there we've got our logo. Images, my Joomla logo.png. Now obviously my logo's not called that, my logo's called test logo, and it's a PNG image, which is the same. So if we go back into Notepad++, or you can use normal Notepad for this, but I prefer Notepad++, we want to change this to test logo. Logo.png. Sorry, PNG obviously. So there we go, we've got images, test logo.png. And we'll save that, Ctrl and S. And now that's saved in his working folder, edited as we want it. Now, before we go any further and actually upload the edited file that we've just done to our server, what I like to do is rename the original template CSS file, or any file I'm editing, just slightly. I usually put an underscore orange for original, so that I know that that's the original file, and if anything goes wrong with the script you've just edited, you've got the original file here, you can always just revert straight back to it. Now if I just upload straight to there without renaming this, I'll overwrite that file, it'll be gone forever. So if you've made any mistakes, they're permanent. it's always a good tip to rename your original file so you've got it there as a backup. Right, now what we're going to do is go back to his working folder and take the template CSS file we've just edited and upload that to the same directory. And there we go. So now if we go back to our site and refresh the page, what will happen is my logo will come in, but because my logo was a different size to the original, you can see that the bottom's cut off the logo. We have some text here that you can't see. That's because the CSS is telling the browser that my logo is only the same size as the original logo. So what we do is go back to the CSS file and look at the dimensions that are in the logo. That was 298 by 75. And if we go into my working folder and get my properties up for mine, I will see that mine is 213 by 85 pixels. So that's the dimensions we want, which is 213 by 85. Not a great deal of difference, but it makes all the difference when you want your logo to look just right. It's 213 by 85. Save that again. Obviously you'd have just done all this the first time around, but I wanted to show you the effect it has if you don't change this. So now that we've saved that template CSS file again, we're going to drag it back into the folder, and it'll overwrite this time because we've got the original in there. Click OK. And now, all being well, if we go back and refresh our site again, we have the full logo. So there we go. We've got our own logo in the Joomla template, the dimensions we need. And like I say, this will be different on slightly on different templates. The files may be different, the places, but if you're using Firebug, not Plag++, you should always be able to locate the correct part in the code and what you need to edit and where the files are stored. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope it's been useful to some of you, and I hope you come back for the rest of the tutorials. Thank you very much.